I think it's really fun.
Hello, I'm Katie, and I'm going to be making for you today Twinkies. So first of all, you get your ingredients together. You get a box of cake mix, a box of Jell-O, 2 cups of milk, and 2 eggs. Very simplistic. Next, you take out your cake mix and you pour it in, as well as the pudding. Now, I'm using chocolate and chocolate, but you can use any kind of pairing up you want to use because, you know, it's just whatever to taste. So if you want to do a vanilla one, it won't affect the recipe. It's just substituting. So then you dump it in your other pudding. Okay. Okay, so what I always do is I usually just mix it up right away. Just that so far. Because then it kind of mixes up the flavors together, you know, if you have 2 different ones. And then it's pretty good. So next up, you add your 2 cups of milk. Then you add your 2 eggs. Then you mix it together. Okay, so now I got it all mixed up. So you just take your spatula, get as much off the whisk as you can, and yeah. So there, got that done. Okay, so now that I have all that mixed together, now you just go back to the cake box and you follow the directions for the cupcakes. I have Twinkie pans and a box of cake mix and a box of pudding should fill up just enough for 2 cake pans. So what you do is you basically, like I said, you just follow the cupcake directions. So when you fill up the wells, you put in 2/3, you know, until it's 2/3 full, just like this. These are non-stick pans, so I don't have to put in any grease. And yeah, pause it. Okay, so I have this stuff going up. Sometimes if you need to go a little bit faster, you can always get another utensil to get it in there, flatten it a little bit. And when you bake it, try not to get the dough on the outside of the well, otherwise it could be a lot bigger than this than normal. So basically I'll just fill these up and then I'll put them in the oven.
Okay, so you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Okay, so now I'm just going to preheat the oven to 350. So now it's preheating. And now I have these filled up the way they should be, 2/3 full or half full, whatever you want. Now they're ready to go in the oven. Okay, so I'm going to put the Twinkies into the oven. So the recipe says, so I have it going 20 minutes in for 350. So all I gotta do is wait. Alright, now that I have them out of the oven, I have to just go around and loosen them on the sides. And then I'll be able to flip over the pan and dump them out. Okay, so I have my Twinkies out, and I have a couple examples of good and bad. Right here is what Twinkies should look like. Nice and round on top. And this is what you'll see when you get them out of the pan. And this is what happens if you don't bake them long enough. They get soft and the sides peel off and they just can fall apart. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the next stage. Okay, so now I have this filled up. So what I'll do is I'll take a Twinkie. And then I'll jab it in one side, squeeze, so the filling is in. Now what I'll do is I'll just turn around and do the same exact thing. And that is what I'll do for all the Twinkies. And that's how I make Twinkies. Bon appetit.